Hey everyone, good evening. My name is Vishvadeep and I welcome you all on Unacademy Computer Science channel. Today we have a very interesting guest. I should say interesting just because he has done what till today in this particular era is the very first one. So he has given us a benchmark to follow. He has given us a record to follow, and he does not require any kind of introduction. We have Mr. Rohit Negi with us today, but before I start interacting with him and I start asking some questions with him, I just want to know that my voice, my audio, and video both are fine or not. Please confirm, all the people who are here. Can you please confirm that my audio and video both are clear or not, so that I can start the interview and I can actually start the discussion with our guest here. Okay, so welcome, Mr. Negi. I am very happy that you have given a little time from your busy schedule. I understand the last semester, and which is again in the last 2 months, is very crucial in terms of your thesis and project work. Of course, the peak project work you must be doing in your masters. So welcome. First of all of you, please welcome Mr. Rohit Negi on this channel for the first time. He is here, and please give him a warm welcome so that he can feel home here. Yeah. So Mr. Negi, we all have heard about you. Gate rank 202, then masters from IIT, and then 2 crores package. First of all, I'll ask a simple question. How was your reaction when you heard that you are going to get that package?
Uh, First of all, I want to thank Unacademy for inviting me in your channel.
Thank
So
you.
my reaction was when I heard that news for the first time, I sat on the floor. Means I was not able to focus that what happened right now. Because that was just my reaction at that time.
And the reactions from your family members?
Actually, I went to my mom and she was giving grass to the cow. At that time, we came from the village area, so it is very common there.
Okay.
So when I told this news to my mom, she literally cried at that time. She told me that now she will not do this work and she will enjoy her life. Now after some time, my father came and he was also happy. So it was a emotional moment for my family.
Okay, just for a flashy kind of question, did you record your
Yes, sir.
reactions, or did somebody record your reaction? Any video or something? No.
No, no, no,
No,
no.
but
That
it
was
will
not.
definitely be
Yeah.
in your memories. Okay, so that was
Yeah.
just the startup. I just want to tell you all that why I wanted to have Mr. Negi here, just because he is one of the biggest example in this current era, which is like, okay, I was not scholar from the first day, but look at this, today I am having the highest package till date from the country as a fresher. So Rohit, let's start from starting. Your BTech from
Yes.
which college, and how was your BTech performance?
Okay, sir. Sir, I will start from my class 10 because many students wants to know because I was an average guy. You
Okay.
can, I passed out my 10th in 2013 with 7.6 CGPA in class 10 in CBSE, which is very low if you compare with other students.
Yeah.
So then I little bit improved when I went to the class 12. Then I got 82.4%. And if I told about my BTech life, for the first 3 years, I wasted my whole BTech. I was doing party, gym, and all other stuff. And in the last semester, I became little bit serious and went for the gate. Then I cracked the gate with AIR 202. If I talk about my BTech percentage, then it was 73%.
Okay. So as you told that you were not so serious in initial days, and in final
Yes.
year you made that move to go for GATE, and then of course you cracked it. Fine. But what was that
Yeah.
small change, or what was that motivation that you started preparing for GATE? Why you started
Uh,
preparing for GATE?
uh, if I frankly speak, that the motivation was that I did not want to get unemployed to home. I had to face my parents also, and I had a very terrible feeling that if I went unemployed to my home, then I will not get that much respect from anyone. So then I started preparing for gate, and I don't have much experience of any company. I didn't do any coding on my whole BTech. So I decided that I will go for gate, and I had that faith that I can crack the gate in just 6 months, and eventually I was able to do that.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your gate preparation also. As
Okay.
I heard, I knew that you have prepared from well organized content. How, how that well organized content helped you preparing for gate? Just because see, nowadays we have n number of sources available online on YouTube, right? But still,
Yes, sir.
students need some guidance. Students need some kind of organization in that their content. So, do you
Yes,
feel
sir.
that guidance is little bit needed for gate preparation or any kind of high achievements in your life?
Yeah, it is needed. Whenever you are preparing for anything, means even for the placements, you need little bit guidance, and you need to learn from the experience of people who actually did those things. And we can easily see that there are a lot of content present everywhere. But if I compare with other things, means in the organized way, which you already told, they are very few. So we have to look on those things also.
Sure, that is for sure. Your point is so crisp and so clear that yes, you need guidance, and a good guidance is very rare, as you told. Of course, it is so rare. So you'll have to select a proper guide, and then you'll have to go for it. Okay, fine. When you got that 202 rank, then of course surely you knew that okay, you are going to go for some IIT, etc. But as
Yeah,
you told and as you mentioned before that you didn't practice any kind of coding or something in first 3 years, then how that sudden big change happened in your coding life? Just because there are so many students,
uh,
I'm saying
yeah,
thousands of students who have never coded in their entire engineering, and they just want to start, but they are not getting motivation. And this example
yeah.
is gonna give them a big motivation that if they start in final year also, they'll be having a big achievement to come and of course to crack it. So let's talk about that coding journey also.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay, sir. So first of all, I want to mention that when you are preparing for the GATE examination, you already prepare a lot of subjects like data structure and algorithm, which is the heart of the placement, you can say. And there are other subjects also like computer network, operating system, and DBMS, which we have already prepared on the GATE, and
Yeah.
they are also asked in the placement.
Yeah.
So when we prepare for the GATE, we have already learned all those things. Now it's time to just implement those things. Now we have to do just implementation, and in 1 year, if you are good with data structure and algorithm, you can easily implement it. And there are various platforms which you can use to practice, and after that it's all about practice. How many questions you do, how you analyze the question, you can easily do that. I want to say that if you have cracked the gate with good rank, coding is very easy for you. This is my point.
Okay, so Rohit has given us a really important point that you know the basics. If you are preparing for GATE, of course, the subjects are there, you'll have to just implement it. And 1 year, as you are saying, that if you will invest 1 year, you will be on the top of your coding for sure. Okay, one more question I am having here that if
Yes, sir.
people are starting from scratch, they feel like I am in final year or I am in first year of my masters. How should I, why should I write the basics of coding? I will directly jump to the highest stage, or I will directly jump to the toughest, problem solving, and then they just lose the motivation. Some kind of
Yes, sir.
point you want to, share with them that if they are starting their coding, then they should start from basics, or there is no any harm or there is no any problem in starting from basics.
Yeah. Whenever you are in a learning process, first take your ego and keep it side. This is the basic thing. You don't have to keep your ego. Start from the easy question. I was practicing from a platform which is not considered as that much good in the coding fraternity, but I practiced from there. I made my basic first clear. Then after that, I eventually grew. Then I jump to the medium question because it also builds your confidence. When you are able to solve easy and medium, it builds your confidence, and eventually you will be able to solve the hard question also. So this is my point, that you don't have to put your ego while solving the question.
So there are 2 points I just grabbed from his words here, that if you are in a process of learning, you will have to keep your ego aside. That is really great point, and even I am fully agree with these points, that if you are starting from scratch, you will have to keep your ego aside. I just got reminded few of my points from my childhood when I started learning C language. My teacher told me गधों की तरह सोचना पड़ेगा अगर प्रोग्रामिंग सीखना है तो, and I'm like, I am the topper of my class, and why should I think like a gadha? I am in my ego, and then I made lots of mistakes. After that, I understood, no,
Yeah.
I have to think about that particular thing. Okay, fine. Next point. So let's say you are preparing for GATE. You told that you have prepared for 6 months for GATE, right? So in those 6 months, what exactly your process was? How you started, how you have gone with the highest intensity, and how your entire process of preparation was.
Okay. First, sir, when I started, I analyzed the course. Means what resources I need to follow. First, I gathered all the resources which is needed to crack the gate. Then I also thought that if you want to crack gate CSE examination, it's not that much big deal in my opinion, personal opinion, because the mainly the students who are from tier one colleges like IITs, and they generally don't give GATE computer science engineering. Though we can also take it as a positive side, that okay, we have to just compete with the tier two or tier three students only, and we hardly see very less competition. Means 5 to 10,000 students will be serious for the GATE examination. If I talk about GATE CSE, so first I analyzed that part. Once I gathered all the resources which I needed, then I bought some notebooks. One mistake which students generally do, they try to buy notes from others. So don't do this mistake. Make your notes by your own. Whatever you are, when I was seeing the lecture, whatever I understood, I wrote down that thing, and that helped me. So my handwriting was not that much good. So what I did at that time, I bought four type of pens, means colorful pens, so that my handwriting will look more attractive. And after that, once I made all the notes, then I focus also on revision, because revision is must. And one more thing, that people try to do as many questions for the gate, which is not required. If you do the previous year 2 or 3 times, it is more than enough for you. And if you focus on test three, this is enough for you to cracking the gate examination. And one more thing which I did, when I was not able to solve any question, even if I able to solve any question, I always look for the solution, so that I will get a different perspective to solve that same question. So was my way to crack the gate. So as the time was coming, it happens with everyone that we will feel pressure. Okay, so we don't have to look at the negative side. We just have to keep ourselves calm. I still remember that at the month of the January, I was very nervous at that time also. So what I used to do, that I started meditation and all those stuff, so that I kept myself cool. Whenever a negative thought came to my mind, I started rejecting them, and I always made myself positive that I will get a good rank. So this is the mindset which you needed.
Okay, so a few points I will repeat so that you guys can have a little summary about it. So, very first thing, as Mr. Rohit has told us, that for any successful result, you need a good planning. As he told that before I started any course, I used to collect everything about that course, the content, and etc. etc. So everybody should follow the same thing for the course or for the examination. First, you just have a good plan. Once a good plan is ready, execution will become easy, of course. Second thing he has told, which is again a very important point, which I also tell you all the time, that do not ask for the notes. Prepare your own notes, just because whichever you are understanding, that only you will have to remember as it is. And for that, your own notes will work. And third thing, as he told, that for your focus and other things, maybe meditation or something is required, fine, that is the thing which will be required at the later stage of the preparation, when the pressure and intensity will be so high. But for the startup, you can take these few points. Okay, now let's come to the next point about your placements. So, before going for the interview, you knew that this company is going to give you 2 crore package or going to offer 2 crore package, or you nobody knew about that.
I already knew that they are going to offer me. I mean, they were offering 2 crore plus package. I
Okay,
already knew that.
okay,
Yes, sir.
and they have given any kind of number of vacancies that how many people they are going to hire?
No, they didn't tell us that. But yeah, they were hiring just one student. After the placement, we came to know that.
Okay, fine. And how exactly fail into correct place for that interview? What was the procedure of interview, and how exactly did you prepare for the interview?
Sir, basically what happened in IIT is that if I talk about from October to November, we have a coding round of different companies. Means the 100 plus company will visit our campus and we can apply up to 50 companies only. So this was the procedure for October to November. Then if you qualify the coding round, then you will be able to give the interview round. So from the 1st of December, our interview was scheduled, and my first interview was of Uber. So it was scheduled at 12:55 a.m. at night. I exactly remember. So there was basically 3 rounds of 45 minutes, and that was also my first interview of life. I say. That was my first interview. Also, I was nervous for the first 5 minutes. I was not able to think. I lost my consent or everything at that time. But after that, they made me comfortable when I was giving the interview. After that, I did very good in that interview.
That's great. So, after how many days did you get the result? Usually in IIT, I mean, I have been into
Yeah,
IISc at the same day they used to give the result in
yeah, yeah.
IISc. What is the procedure there in IIT and in your college,
So,
basically?
so, so after 30 minutes, they gave us the result. After 30 minutes,
Okay,
when
and
my
totally
interview
till the last
happened,
round, how many students have given the interview? You were the only person, or
exactly, sir. I don't have the number, but there were 16 students who sat for the interview.
okay, and among 16, you were the only one who got selected.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
that was amazing for sure. You might have to, I mean, you might had to throw a lot of parties in your college for sure, just because the boys will not leave you, of course. One student's demand is coming. That question is like this way: that how was your regular daily routine when you were preparing for GATE?
Sir, my daily routine, mostly students think that we need to study through 13 to 14 hours to crack GATE examination. This is not truth in my opinion. So what I had made a schedule that I want to be consistent. That was my first strategy. I need to be consistent. So I decided that I will study at least 4 hours in a day. Whatever happen, even if it is my birthday, even if it is Dasera Diwali, I'm going to study at least 4 hours. And maximum I go for 7 or 8 hours. So if I take the average, then I used to study 6 hours a day at that time. So that was my strategy.
So, mark these words, guys. Very, very important. Consistency is so important. I also have told you guys multiple times that we always overestimate a day's performance, that we will do this, but we
Yes,
underestimate the 1 year's performance always. So please be
yes,
consistent, and if you will be consistent for most of the time or most of the days, you will definitely have a favorable result for sure. Okay, let's come to some more points regarding your own journey. When you were in BTech, before
yes,
you
sir.
thought about GATE preparation, what was your aspirations? Like, okay, now we understand Rohit Negi is the benchmark for all of us, right? 2 crores
Yes, sir.
package, the highest till date. This is different. We did not think, even you also did not think about it. But when you
Yes, sir.
started preparing for GATE, before that, how was your aspirations? Like, if I somebody asked me in my first year that what is your dream, I told I want to be placed in TCS with 3 lakh package. I am happy, satisfied. First year, that
Okay.
was my first year's dream. But as I grew up, okay, the aspirations, went up. So I'm asking you that how you were thinking about your career perspective at that time.
Yes, sir. Sir, when I came to the first year, at that time I was just thinking about going to the police. I wanted to become an SI, a superintendent
Wow,
police officer.
nice.
So at that time, that was my dream. So as the time changes, my dream started changing. Then in the second year, I wanted to become gym trainer, and in the third year, I wanted to crack what we MBA CAT examination. But eventually, when the college which I belong to, there was a senior who got AIR 111, and he got a package of 43 or 44 lakh from Microsoft at that time. So he was the source of he was the source of motivation for us that okay, we have to also become like this. He was also among us, and if he can change his life, then we can also change our life, which we need to understand. So he was aspiration for all the students of our college.
So when you went to IITs, did you have any kind of field of study in your mind that you'll be going with this kind of courses? Like I had in my mind that I am going to study system courses more, just because I was having too much love about system courses like operating systems and architecture. So you had
Yes, sir.
such some kind of interest.
Yes, sir. I had an interest on computer network and cryptography. So I also choose all those type of subjects, and now I'm working on blockchain.
Wow, nice. That's of course. So people, all the students who are listening here, look at this. The person who had every year a different dream, but one day, a big motivation comes into the picture, that a senior who got placed in Microsoft with 40 plus package gets motivated, and then now see, he himself is one of the biggest, I should say the biggest example, not one of the biggest in country, the biggest example himself, the trendsetter, the benchmark for all of us. So if really you feel like okay, you will have to be motivated, here is the motivation in front of us. Okay, let's have some more questions. So when you entered into IIT, did you think about that you will be able to nail that 40 plus package? Any kind of thoughts you had in first year? Some kind of.
So, sir, when I came to first year of MTech, I was also the rank officer of my college. So I had that thought that okay, if I'm the rank officer, then I have to get a good package. And I was also thinking about Amazon, Microsoft for my placement perspective. Said okay, they offer more than 40 plus LPA package, so I have to target them. So I had that motivation.
Okay, so had having a motivation, of course, every engineer has that motivation. But behind that motivation, there is a constant tease in the mind. I have seen that inside me also. When I was preparing for GATE, I had that constant tease every day in my mind. No, no, somehow I'll have to crack it. Somehow I'll have to crack it. Whatever the reason behind, but there is always a constant tease. That how do you take that particular point as, like, every day you will have to recall yourself that no, I'll have to do this, I'll have to do this, that makes you going, or that gives you motivation or extra tease or extra motivation in your mind? Does it or did it happen with you?
Yes, sir, it happened with me. I was living in the hostel and I made a chart. So I wrote my all the dreams and all the packages that I am going to get 40 LPA plus package. But at that time, students were used to laugh on me that why are you writing this thing on your wall? Because I had a faith on myself. And I had also written that I am going to get under 1000 rank in GATE. So that was the constant source of motivation for me that I had to prove everyone wrong. So that also gave me an extra pump to go for GATE and giving my best. Even though when I went to the class, means for the BTech classes, I used to take my copy to the classes and do my revision stuff in the class.
Okay, this actually I also have done a lot during my BTech time. That when we used to have some little 5-10 minutes filler between two lectures, I used to solve 2 or 3 questions. 3 question अगर हो जाएंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा. But somehow I manage the time. People, all the people, whoever are listening this particular session, just listen these words from the man himself who has cracked the gate and cracked the biggest package from the country. He himself told the same thing, that if you get 5 minutes time also, 10 minutes time also, utilize it if you really have a big dream. He has done it. You also can do it for sure. Rohit, you have given us a really, really great point in this, that whenever you get a time, you can utilize it. Okay, most of
Yes,
the
sir.
students feel like when they prepare for GATE in their in their final year, then they are so much packed, and then they are not getting much time to do other things, etc., etc. So, is there any point to highlight over there for them, that if somebody is preparing in final year or during the college time only they are preparing for GATE, then how they can manage their rest of the things along with GATE preparation?
Okay, sir. Sir, we all are engineers. We know that we can pass our semester examination in just one night. It is a truth. It is not as life. Okay.
Yes.
So those students are just make. If you want to make excuse, you can make any excuse. You can easily prepare for GATE with your studies, and you just need 6 or 7 months. And many students ask the same doubt. I am in my final year. I'm late for the examination or not? No, you are not late. Even the after the graduation, people started preparing for the GATE and cracked the GATE with good rank. I have seen many people who left the PSUs and again prepare for the GATE and get into the IIT. So people need to understand you are never late. Okay, and you can easily prepare with your semester examination also.
So we have a really great point here, and very, very great motivation here, that if you are going to have any kind of motivation or any kind of dream, then you are never late. And if you want to make excuses, then you will make excuses for anything. If you want to do something, then you will never make excuses. You will always make a time. And as he told, of course, we have passed 2 years, 3 years of engineering. We all know that how to manage time for each and everything, especially for the college and other stuffs, for sure. Okay, let's talk about your future now. So as you are going to join the company, as you told, in maybe June or July, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
how you are taking the work, as I mean, what are your future aspirations? Is there any plan you have made, or it's just that okay, I will go with the flow right now, I don't know what is going to happen in the industry, etc.?
Sir, right now I want to enjoy the corporate life and wanted to work on my skills rather than focusing on much on the future. But I also don't know what will future hold for me, and I just want to go with flow right now.
Fine, fine. Of course, corporate life is very, very different. You will have to be very, very self-dependent over there, and too much dedicated, as you were always anyway. But yes, self-dependency is one, peculiar thing which is there in the industry. Definitely, you will perform best over there also. One more question that most of the scholar or good students think of when they go for masters in IIT: placement versus PhD. How was your thinking about it? Did you ever, did this thought cross your mind that I should go for PhD or should go for placement, etc.?
Sir, it never came to my mind that I had to go for PhD because the main reason for doing MTech was placement. So, and the many students, 90% of students which I have seen the pattern, if you are from the computer science and engineering field, you always want to go for placement. So yeah, if you want to do PhD, then definitely you can do. But I will say that you can for PhD you can go for the foreign university better than India.
Fine. Okay. So we have a really, really great point here. The point is, most of us go for GATE preparation from tier 2 or tier 3 college, which I missed from previous points. And of course, our target is to fetch maximum package, which we don't get from our general colleges, etc. And of course, we can prepare for 2 years, we can go for masters for 2 years, and then we can nail really good package, as you also nailed it. Okay, one more question, that how was the reaction
Yes,
of
sir.
your friends, I mean your close friends in your college, how they reacted on your success, how they told that they knew that you are going to do something great, or they just told that it was unbelievable something, or what exactly were their reactions?
Sir, those who are close to me, they knew that I'm going to do something good. But they were also expecting me to get 30 or 40 lakh package. But when they heard it, they were very happy. Eventually, they were very happy. They were saying that we have some friend who have achieved something big in his life. They put status for me and enjoying those things with me also.
That's great. That's great. Even we also had a small group of friends in IISc, and of course we all were happy when other fellow was getting placed. And somehow the close friends always know that this fellow is little different. So of course this fellow can do better, or this fellow can do seriously extraordinary. Of course, and that is what exactly you were also saying the same thing. Fine. A few more questions from your masters I want to ask this, because the students are so interested about this, that in
Yes,
masters
sir.
usually students know that you will have to, I mean the students will have to select the courses based on their choices, right? But
Yes, sir.
how was your course selection? As you told that you were more interested in the cryptography and
Yes,
networking,
sir.
so you have taken
Yes,
courses
sir.
based on that only, right?
Yes,
You
sir.
were having some kind of advisor in college from college side, or you asked somebody, some senior in your college about the courses, that which course I should take or which one I should not?
Okay, sir. I had an interest on. I already told you in computer networks, and there were very few people in our class who were interested in this course. And eventually, we had a best strength of 70. And if I only four students choose the cryptography in our batch. So maximum students were going for the ML field like SMDM and all those stuff. But I decided to choose my heart that if I have an interest on this field, then I will go in this path. So that was my interest.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay, let's talk about, a very, very important point, which is so important, as you also understand, and I also understand, that very few fortunate people are there in this country who are, able to get their graduations. And we are even more fortunate who could reach to prestigious colleges of country, right?
Yes,
IIT,
sir.
IISc, and it's our what should I say, the prime job or primary duty, I should say, to spread the knowledge or to educate the people, to motivate the people, to provide them enough understanding that okay, when we were fortunate, I will help you, we will help you all, so that you also
Yes,
can
sir.
reach over there, so that we all can together make this country
Yes,
proud.
sir.
I am doing my
Yes,
bit.
sir.
Of course, you are also doing your bit through lots of
Yes,
such
sir.
kind of interviews and through lots of such kind of mediums. Okay, and I will hope that you will continue doing this. You will continue
Yes, sir.
motivating the people, and you will continue educating people about small, small things through which they also can, reach to that particular level. Right?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Few points you want to add in this particular thing, this particular thought.
Yes, sir. Sir, I want to convey a message to all the students that don't consider yourself as an average student. I feel all those things that our mentality is just an average. If you try to work on our mental health, means if you think that you are something special, you are going to do something great for the society, then you will see the result in yourself also. So I want you to just be consistent, whatever you are doing. I'm not saying that you have to go for gate or this. Whatever you are doing in your life, just be consistent and focus. You will eventually get results. Even if you are not getting now, later you will get the result.
Okay, fine. So, Mr. Rohit is talking about mental health for sure. Rohit, we will expect that you will keep helping the students
Yes, sir.
through all the possible medias or all the possible ways, so that they can
Yes,
achieve
sir.
their dreams, maybe for gate preparation, maybe for their placement preparation, maybe for their life preparation or mental preparation, whatever. The student community for sure get a lot of information and a lot of guidance from you, and they will seek a lot of guidance from you, just because you are one of the biggest example for them right now, the biggest example for them to look after. One
Yes,
last
sir.
question, that as you talked about gate preparation, you talked about your aspirations during your college one, we have already talked about your placement and your college, etc., etc. Now, what exactly you have learned from your own life maybe the mistakes you made, you don't want that other students should do or should not do, or those kind of points which you want to highlight from your own life, that no, these are the points I did good or better, or I did correct, and these are the points I made mistakes. So please you highlight those points and guide the students about them.
Okay, sir. So I wanted to tell the students that everyone out there will tell you that study, study, and study. Okay, then only you will get success. And I'm not going to convey that this message to you that only the study will help you to grow. Okay, make your timetable by your own, because you are the one who knows about themselves. What is your capability up to what level you can achieve. Okay, so if you concentrate, just if you work on yourself for just 5 or 6 hours a day, you are going to change your life. Even if you are in first year of your college life, utilize your time. Okay, if you are in first year, just give 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours for yourself. If you are consistent with this, I have always said that consistency is always the key for success. Always be consistent and always work on your skills. Even maybe you are not getting results now, but in the near future you are going to get best out of them. I have wasted my first 3 years in BTech, and I regret that. I wanted to right now I'm making some projects, but now I have a regret that why I didn't utilize at that time of mine. Okay, maybe I could have created some good projects. Maybe I could have helped the community in a better way if I didn't waste my that much time. So this is the message I want to give to everyone.
Okay, so we have learned a lot from you today, and we have got lots of information about your personal journey also. Plus, we got a lot of motivation for all of the students from your own journey, which is really, really, commendable journey. As I
Yes, sir.
personally admire such all the people who have really started slow, but they have achieved very, very high regards just because of their sheer hard work, dedication, and their commitments. Once again,
Yes, sir.
from all of the students and from the team Unacademy Computer Science, I just want to thank you that you have given us a little bit of your time so that we can show you, or we could show your journey to all the students. I again repeat the same point that I hope you will keep educating and motivating people through your motivations throughout all the media. I just want to ask all the students also who are listening this particular session, please keep following such kind of big people who have achieved something, so that from their life you can learn a lot. You can understand that okay, what they did correct, I should follow that. What they did wrong, I should avoid that, and I can make
Yes,
my
sir.
own plans based on those kind of points, so that I can
Yes.
be always on the correct side. Rohit, few last points if you want to make any last any kind of last point from your end for the students.
One point I want to add that enjoy your life also. It is also an important aspect, because after some years, maybe you will regret that you have not enjoyed your life. So study plus enjoy your time. There is a one important quote also. Maybe you are maybe you are in trouble right now. There is a famous quote like, "When going gets tough, the tough get going." Always remember this thought. Okay, be consistent. You will eventually do good. Maybe not right now, but in future you will definitely do good. Just have a belief in yourself. You will do good.
Fine. So remember the points which Mr. Rohit has discussed with all of us. Once again, I want to thank you all people who have listened this particular video. Once again, please along with me congratulate Mr. Rohit once again. Congratulations, Mr. Rohit, and thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
sir.
joining us and highlighting your journey and highlighting the way how you achieved this particular big feat of 2 crores plus package from country. Once again, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you so much, Rohit. Rohit, I'll close
Thank you,
this session
everyone.
now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. तो अगर आप लोग चाहते हैं कि आपको ज्यादा एफिशिएंट और बहुत बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रक्चर्ड
ये सर।
प्रिपरेशन चाहिए गेट का, तो आप
ओके सर,
अनअकैडमी
बाय।
प्लस का सब्सक्रिप्शन लीजिए। और अगर आपको ऐसा लगता है कि आपको प्लस का सब्सक्रिप्शन लेना है तो उसमें आपको मिलेंगी लाइव क्लासेस, वीकली टेस्ट, स्ट्रक्चर्ड कोर्सेस, अनलिमिटेड एक्सेस ऑफ ऑल द क्लासेस, और मिलेगा आपको गाइडेंस ऑफ एजुकेटर्स जो बताएंगे कि किस कोर्स को कैसे प्रिपेयर करने से, किस तरीके से स्ट्रक्चर करने से उस कोर्स को आप सही तरीके से पढ़ भी पाते हैं और सही तरीके से उसके क्वेश्चन भी बना पाते हैं। अगर आप चाहते हैं कि प्लस के बेनिफिट के साथ आपको मिले एक ऐसा बेनिफिट जिससे आपको पर्सनल कोच का बेनिफिट मिले, ज्यादा पर्सनलाइज्ड और कस्टमाइज्ड प्रिपरेशन मिले, तो फिर आप आइकॉनिक सब्सक्रिप्शन की तरफ जाएंगे, जहां पे आपको प्लस के बेनिफिट्स के साथ मिलता है एक पर्सनल कोच जो आपको वन ऑन वन गाइडेंस देते हैं, प्रिपरेशन स्ट्रेटेजी बना के देते हैं, कस्टमाइज्ड स्टडी प्लान बना के देते हैं, आपका परफॉर्मेंस ट्रैक करते हैं, आपको अलग से बूस्टर सेशन देते हैं, पर्सनलाइज्ड टेस्ट एनालिसिस करके देते हैं। आप चाहते हो कि आपको माइक्रो लेवल पे एक प्रिपरेशन का स्ट्रेटेजी मिले, माइक्रो लेवल पे आपकी प्रिपरेशन की प्लानिंग से लेके उसके एग्जीक्यूशन की प्लानिंग तक कोई कोच जो खुद एक गेट टॉपर रह चुके हैं वो आपके लिए बनाए और आपको सिर्फ और सिर्फ प्रिपरेशन पे ध्यान देना पड़े, तो फिर आप आइकॉनिक सब्सक्रिप्शन लें। इसमें आपको अलग से डेडिकेटेड डाउट क्लियरिंग एजुकेटर भी मिलेंगे और अलग से आपको प्रैक्टिस सेट्स और प्रिपरेशन मटेरियल भी मिलेगा। प्लस हो या आइकॉनिक, कोई भी सब्सक्रिप्शन आप जब लेंगे तो आपको प्लेटफॉर्म पे अलग अलग ड्यूरेशन के लिए वो मिलते हैं। याद रखिए कोड या यूज करेंगे, जो भी ड्यूरेशन आप सिलेक्ट करें बस ये कोड लगा लें चेकआउट के टाइम पे, वी दीप 10। इस कोड को लगाने से आपको 10% का इंस्टेंट डिस्काउंट मिल जाएगा, मेरी टीम का सपोर्ट मिल जाएगा, मुझसे पर्सनली कनेक्ट होके और अपनी प्रिपरेशन कंटिन्यू करने का मौका मिल पाएगा। कुछ ऑफर भी हैं जो सिर्फ और सिर्फ आज रात तक है। ऑफर है कि अगर आपने 12 मंथ का सब्सक्रिप्शन लिया तो 3 मंथ का एक्स्ट्रा, और 24 मंथ का सब्सक्रिप्शन लिया तो 4 मंथ का एक्स्ट्रा सब्सक्रिप्शन आपको मिलेगा। और ये जो ऑफर है वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ, जी हाँ सिर्फ और सिर्फ फ्राइडे इवनिंग टुडे, सिर्फ आज रात तक ही अवेलेबल है। कुछ नई बैचेस भी अभी स्टार्ट हुई हैं 9th ऑफ फरवरी से, आप देख सकते हैं, विद कोर्सेज जो बहुत बहुत बेसिक कोर्सेज हैं एप्टीट्यूड और मैथमेटिक्स के, तो आप देख सकते हैं। कुछ हाई हाई एंड कोर्सेज भी हैं जो फाइनल ईयर या पास आउट स्टूडेंट के लिए हैं, ताकि आप सब लोगों के लिए बेस्ट क्वालिटी प्रिपरेशन हो पाए आप लोगों की। अगर आप प्लस का सब्सक्रिप्शन ज्यादा डिस्काउंट के साथ चाहते हैं तो आप फिर कॉम्बैट लिखिए, जो कि हमारा स्कॉलरशिप टेस्ट होता है। ये स्कॉलरशिप टेस्ट जो है नेक्स्ट संडे को होने वाला है, 13th ऑफ फरवरी 11 AM को। अगर आप लोग इस स्कॉलरशिप टेस्ट में अच्छा परफॉर्म करते हैं तो रैंक बेसिस पे आपको अलग अलग परसेंटेज ऑफ डिस्काउंट मिल सकता है अनअकैडमी प्लस के सब्सक्रिप्शन के लिए। इसका लिंक दे रखा है वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन में, जाके और क्लिक करिए, अनअकैडमी गाइड कॉम्बैट को अनलॉक कर लीजिए और अनलॉक करने के बाद यूज करिएगा कोड VDEEP10। अगर आप फर्स्ट टाइम एक टेस्ट लिखते हैं तो अनलॉक कोड ये लगा लीजिएगा, फ्री में आप अनलॉक कर पाएंगे और टेस्ट लिख पाएंगे। हर संडे 11 AM स्कॉलरशिप टेस्ट होता है। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर लिसनिंग दिस वीडियो। सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए चैनल को अगर नहीं किया है तो, टर्न ऑन कर लीजिए नोटिफिकेशन, और मिलते हैं आपसे अगले सेशन में।